Okay, so we are at Toxic. Toxic is one of my
But I
recent
held
published books.
on even when the
And
light
I
was
wrote this book
gone.
takes place in Columbus, Georgia.
Mama said they can't steal
The
what
main
God wrote
character,
for
her name
you.
is Karina Love,
So I
and she
kept
has a daughter
walking
named
even with
Alejandra.
worn out shoes.
And in this story,
Lost
I'll
too
tell you some of
young,
the
life tore
background
through me
story
like a
and a
flame.
little bit of what's
Tiny
going on.
locks, last
And
kiss,
that's it.
mama whispered my
I don't want to give
name.
away too much.
Foster beds and
But
dreams half fed. Built my strength off
Karina
every
was
tear I
born.
shed. High school
Karina was
love turned to
raised
dust in the
in
street.
foster care. Her
Held
mother
my
died
baby
when she
while
was
the
about
world fell
somewhere
beneath.
between 8 and 10 years
Homeless
old.
nights with prayers for light.
And
Found a hand out, you
before her
make it
mother died,
right,
her mother
but
died of cancer.
you said
Before
you'd
her mother
stay,
died,
but you lied through your teeth. Shared my
she
bread
locked
while
her
you
here,
danced in
you
deceit.
know,
But even
so
with a
that
broken heart, I
because she
see
knew that her
what's
daughter
meant
was
for
going to
me.
end
You'll
up going
always
into the
find
foster care
me. No
system,
need to
and she
beg,
didn't
no
know
need to
who
chase.
was,
Real love
she
don't
didn't want
hide, it
her
stands in
daughters
grace. You broke
here
me down,
to
but God rebuilt me. What's meant for
she wanted
me,
her daughters to
yeah,
be able to
it
maintain their
found
home
me.
here, and she felt like if she
I
if
kept
she
my
locked her
vows while
here,
you played your
that
games,
her
loyal
and she
from the
taught her daughter how
start.
to
While you
maintain that
tarnished my name,
nobody
called a
would,
friend, but you
mess with
weren't my
her,
scent. You
and they
were
would just leave
busy
her
in the
alone.
dark,
She
I
doesn't
was
need to
paying
have
our
her hair
rent. See,
permed. They go
pain
to
made a
just want her
queen out
hair.
of all this
She
mess.
can
Every
maintain her
no
home
built a
here.
yes, every
And her
fall a
mother just
test.
felt
Then
like
came
putting
sage,
her
eyes
hair in
deep like
locks
truth.
would
He saw my
give her
scars and
that
still loved my
advantage.
roots.
And
He
so
said you'd
at a
stay,
young
but you
age,
lied through
so
your
since
teeth.
she was a
Shared my
child,
world
the
while
last
you danced in
person, the
deceit.
person
But
who
now
locked her
I
here was
know
her
what
mom.
love
So
can
it's
be,
her
what's meant
here
for
is
me.
very
It waited
symbolic
patiently.
to
You
her.
don't
It's
run, you
very
don't pretend.
it's
He's not
very
afraid to
important to
call me
her, right?
friend. God
Because
had
it's
a plan I couldn't see,
the last
and
thing
what's
her
meant for
mother and
me was
her
waiting on
bonded
me.
on. Her mom
Meant for
sitting down
me.
and having her mom
Oh,
lock her
it
here.
found me.
That's very important. Anyway, she at a young age she met and married a guy who's Mexican American, and they married and had a kid, and life was they were broke but they were happy. He's hardworking, and unfortunately a little while after their daughter was born he was murdered. His mother did not approve of their marriage, so when he died, the mother wanted nothing to do with Karina or her granddaughter. So Karina once again is now on her own. So here she's dealing with his death, and she's on her own. She ends up in a women's shelter. She pulls herself together. She meets a friend named Ivory. Ivory and her become best friends. They both kind of had a hard life growing up, but they become both best friends. Anyway, eventually one day, Karina meets a man named Revan who helps her. Revan brings her in. He takes her in. He falls in love with her daughter. He's kind of like playing daddy to her daughter, and he he really, he's a good breadwinner and everything. So she's able to kind of like relax for a little bit. She's not as stressed out, and she could actually focus on taking care of her daughter and healing from their past. Well, years go by, and she kind of gets she confides in her friend Ivory that like Revan does not he doesn't love me. He just tolerates me. Like he more cares about Haliandra, which I appreciate, but he doesn't really care anything for me. And so her friend tells her, well, like, you know what, focus on yourself, get yourself together, so that you be on your own 2 feet, and you don't have to stick around and take that. You can leave if you want to, but you'll be able to take care of yourself and your daughter. So she's like, you know what, my friend is right. I'm going to do that. And she goes back to school. She goes to college. She gets a degree in chemistry, and she becomes, I think it was chemistry. And but she loves herbs. She loves natural stuff, right? So there's a company that opens up in their town of Columbus, Georgia, called Sage Leaf. And it's a big thing because it's a new company that's hiring a lot of people, which is like needed. So she applies, she gets a job, she starts working for this company, and she's one of the few people there that actually knows their way around some herbs, right? She actually knows what she's doing. So she's valued. Um Her supervisor, however, does not like her locks, and he wants her to chop them off, or for her to wear a wig, or somehow cover them up. He does not like her coming to work with her locks, right? So that's one issue. And she's thinking, okay, I'm going to have to make a decision. Am I going to quit my job or do I cut my hair? And this is like really tearing her up because, again, like we said, her locks are important to her because of her mom. Well, that she then enters a man named Sage. So Sage Leaf is his company. He's kind of like, named after him, right? This man, there's a this kind of leads into my other book, Forbidden. But he comes from, so he's native, right? He comes from a tribe that I call Niji. Niji is actually the old word for indigenous people or Native Americans in America, right? On Turtle Island. So he comes from a tribe named Niji, and they live in a cavern system that extends from North Florida into the like just past it to Dalton, Alabama. That's what it is. And he's one of the few that comes out of the tribe to actually, most of the people, they stay, they don't want to deal with the outside world, right? But with him, he comes out, they have this company that they're doing, the elders are on the board, and they created this company to help people get good medicine for healing because they know that the people are really sick. There's a lot going on, a lot of illnesses going on, so they want to provide supplements to help people. That's the whole thing, and he's the head of that. He's like they made him the CEO of that. So he had just came back from South America, and they had sent him to the new company that they just opened, the new location that they just opened up in Columbus, Georgia, for him to, manage that for a little bit to make sure everything's being done right. They're getting complaints, right? So that's where he comes in. And the first person he sees is uh, Karina, and he is instantly smitten. So that's all I'm gonna say. It's a lot of things. There's a bunch I left out. There's a lot of different characters, and it's interesting. Um, this book does have spiritual warfare. Most of my books have spiritual warfare. So in that, of course, you can't have one side of spiritual warfare and not the other. Basically, what is a spiritual warfare fighting? It's fighting witchcraft. So you'll see in this book, it's like you'll see, you'll see. It's a whole bunch of drama going on, but it was a lot of fun. I had fun writing this book, and it was a part of a project with seven other authors, Black female authors, and we all wrote on a different we all wrote on the topic of toxic, but different stories. So you'll see the same cover in different colors, and that's by a different author that was a part of the group. So I hope that you enjoy if you choose to read this. This book also, if you get the printed edition, it comes with audio, and I will be putting, if I haven't already, you can also get the audio video built into the book in the ebook form on the links below. So I'll put the links below, but this one does come with video for each chapter. So I hope you enjoy, and we're going to be moving on to the next book.